Listen up, Vault Dweller. Better put some extra special points in luck, because we're going to do a Fallout project. If you are at all into games, then you're probably aware of the Fallout game series. It's a very interesting post-apocalyptic game. It was recently reborn. It's one of my favorite games. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. So when they announced Fallout 4, I was giddy as a schoolgirl. The blade that I have on my bandsaw is a 3/16 inch blade from Highland Woodworking. My bandsaw skills have greatly improved since using this blade. Not bad. Not bad at all. What I have here is just a piece of 1/2 inch plywood, a roll of aluminum flashing that I got on the, what was it? It was the roofing aisle. Contact cement might be a better method, but I have epoxy on hand and I don't see why it won't work. And in this instance, my clamp is a cast iron table saw wing. If you don't have a cast iron table saw wing, too bad for you. Okay, so it's been 24 hours and looks pretty good. Tape, 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 tape. Where's my tape? The letters in the game are fairly close to each other. Spacing is pretty close. Something like that. Yeah. I think that's good. The goal is to get light to shine through these holes. And we are now on Plan C. Plan A was LED strips mounted directly on the back, and that didn't work. Plan B was Christmas lights, and it worked okay, but I was worried about them getting too hot. Plan C is I've taken a piece of wood and I've laminated another piece of metal flashing on it, aluminum flashing, and I've glued my LED circuit to that. I went ahead and hollowed out, recessed out the back of this with a router. I'm going to mount this like this. My aluminum here, I will get a decent reflection. Huzzah! Much better. Much, 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 much better. Okay, so I've got the board turned over. I've got the light board beneath it. Still needs to be screwed in. And what I want to do is I want to raise these letters up. And all I'm doing is I'm taking these plastic washers and I'm simply attaching them to the back of each of these pieces. Originally I cut this out of walnut, but I wanted a contrasting wood here. And one of the best parts about the Fallout games are their lived-in world, is the lived-in universe. And to me, that's what makes these games amazing. It's not bright and new and shiny. It is very well lived in. I want to put a finish on them before we try to add them to the sign. And the finish that I'm using is simply wipe-on polyurethane, but I'm going to be putting in a little added extra. And this added extra comes from Ian, who is a fan of the show. Thank you, Ian. He is probably the only one that knows what's coming at this point. Shh, don't tell anyone, Ian. We want it to be a surprise. Ian also sent me out these gloves and these stir sticks, so thanks a lot. I do appreciate it. I feel very well outfitted today. Do love the way walnut looks with a little wipe-on polyurethane. I think we're just made for each other. Alright, looking pretty good. I will more than likely give it 2 or 3 coats total, but there is no sense in you sticking around for that. I've been having some struggles here. First struggle is my spacers didn't work. They stuck fine to the wood, but they wouldn't stick to the aluminum. I did end up closing the bottom, so I've got a solid light box now. So that is done. And then what I did is I epoxied some nails onto my letters. That will allow me to drill holes and put these in. It'll also give me some more space between the letters and the holes, which in all honesty will probably be a good thing. And the finish is still a little wet. So, you know, my special additive is increasing drying time. Couple things to reattach. All right, it's looking pretty awesome. Yeah, and this is all going to have to be refinished because I'm messing up the finish pretty good. But that's easy enough. And then I will go ahead and glue those onto the nails, the two that came loose, the A and the T. So while I'd like to leave this sign pristine, it just doesn't seem appropriate for something you'd find in the waste. I mean, we're not the enclave here. So let's go do a bit of scavenging. I think I'm a fan of this one in particular. With any luck, yeah, it actually screws into the hole. Fallout is not a steampunk universe, so I do not want to have too much brass and copper here. So let's give this background some dings here. I am definitely a big fan of this sign. I like it in the daytime. I like it with the lights on. And I also like it with the black light. Come on, November. Alright, so here it is, all completed. My distressed Fallout sign. And I also have a vlog channel, if you're into that. It's sort of the inside baseball of shop time. Baseball. It's a game people used to play, before video games. I hear it's got good multiplayer support, but if you want an immersive, single-player campaign, I would recommend Fallout. Taking heavy fire, man, to the left! Okay. You gotta go to the left! Go left. Okay, take the cover and we're gonna take this room. What are you doing?
Out, go right!
What did you do?
Go right!
I'm
playing the game! What are you doing?